So this is the material I used to patch that tube. It's H66 vinyl cement. It was leaking when it came from Amazon, and so that's why this is glued on. But it's H66 vinyl cement. And then I just bought some vinyl patch material off of Amazon. Comes in a little square like this. And when you're working with it, you just sand it with some heavy coarse sandpaper on the back side of the patch, and then on the tube in the area that you're going to apply. And then when you open this lid on the cement, there's a brush inside here. You just brush it on the patch and brush it on the tube. You want to brush it on both surfaces, and then apply your patch and hold it down firmly for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and you'll get a nice seal. Well, this is an inflatable tube for pulling behind a boat, a 3-man tube, and it's got 3 holes in it. I've repaired them. I'm going to go over this how I repaired them. I just got a vinyl repair kit on Amazon, and I made a solution of 50% liquid soap, so a half a cup of liquid soap, dishwashing detergent, and a half a cup of water, and just shake it lightly. And then I would just spray it down in the grooves of this tube, and it would bubble up, and it's very obvious when you find a leak. It blows nice bubbles. And then what I did to repair it, because it's down in the valley down here, I couldn't really do it while it was deflated. I sanded the tube and I sanded the patch, and I put some patch material. It's H66 tube patch, epoxy, and on the patch and on the tube. And then I just held it down in here and pressed it down in the groove and held it for 5 to 10 minutes. All this glue takes is about 2 to 5 minutes to set up. So I held it for at least 5 minutes and held it down tightly in the groove. And then I let it sit for another hour, and I sprayed it again with the soap detergent, and see if it would bubble up on the edges, because I did have some problems on one of the patches where it came out of the corners down here. And so in order to get that patch off that was coming out of the corners, I just heated it up with a hairdryer and slowly pulled it, and it pulled it off. So you can remove these patches with a hairdryer. And I repatched it, and this time it's sealed perfectly. So you can get the patch off with a hairdryer and just pulling on it, and put the patch on and hold it down while the tube is inflated. If it's a small hole, if it's a larger hole, I had larger holes on the back side of this tube. You can see the size of the patch I had to do in that. And this one I did patch it when it was deflated because it wouldn't hold any air at all. And I checked for any leaks in the corners with that soap solution, and it didn't leak. This one I had another big slot, and this one I did have leaks coming out the corner and out here on the top. And I just overlapped another patch over top of here on both where it was leaking, and just held those down for 5 to 10 minutes and rechecked them, and those were all good too. So you can overlap these patches and get them to seal. So that's how I inflated it, or repaired the tube. And you can do it too. And it's been holding air now for a good 24 hours. Now the next task is to get it back inside the liner. I've got the liner for it sitting over here. So I have to get it back inside this liner. So that's going to be the next task.